यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी तीरा यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामीति नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंद हे कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gokulanand, Radha Gokulanand, Radha Gokulanand, Jaya Radhe. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Jai. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for Mridang and Kartal. Thank you so much. So we are going to recite from Bhagavad-gītā, chapter 8 and verse 16. Please raise your hands if this is your first time in Bhagavad-gītā class. Okay. Raise your hand if this is the verse you're reading for the first time, Bhagavad-gītā 8.16. Okay, so we'll start. Before we start, I'm going to recite the Sanskrit line by line and you will repeat after me, yeah? So, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Mataji, can you show the verse? Sorry, I don't know. It's the same verse, I think. It's just you need to scroll down. Yeah. Thank you. So please repeat after me. Abrahma bhuvanalokaha punravartino arjuna mamupete tu kaunteya punarjanna vidyate. So we're going to recite synonyms. Abram Bhuvnath, up to the Brahma Loka planet. Lokaha, the planetary systems. Punha, again. Avartinaha, returning. Arjuna, O Arjuna. Mam, unto me. Upetya, arriving. Tu, but. Kaunteya, O son of Kunti. Punaha janma, rebirth. Na, never. Vidyate, takes place. So let's read the translation. From the highest planet down to the lowest, from the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery wherein repeated birth and death takes place. But one who attains to my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. All kinds of yogis, karma, jnana, hatha, etc., eventually have to attain devotional perfection in bhakti yoga or Krishna consciousness before they can go to Krishna's transcendental abode and never return. Those who attain the highest material planets, the planets of the demigods, are again subjected to repeated birth and death. As persons on earth are elevated to higher planets, people on higher planets such as Brahmaloka, Chandraloka, and Indraloka fall down to earth. The practice of sacrifice called I'm not so good with this. Called Panchagni Vidya, recommended in the Chandogya Upanishad, enables one to achieve Brahmaloka, but if on Brahmaloka one does not cultivate Krishna consciousness, then he must return to earth. Those who progress in Krishna consciousness on the higher planets are gradually elevated to higher and higher planets, and at the time of universal devastation are transferred to the eternal spiritual kingdom. Baldev Vidyabhushan, in his commentary on Bhagavad-gītā, quotes this verse. Brahmana sahate sarve samprapte pratishanare pashyante krita atmanaha pravishanti parampadam. When there is devastation of this material universe, Brahma and his devotees who are constantly engaged in Krishna consciousness are all transferred to the spiritual universe and to specific spiritual planets according to their desires. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this is the verse which we are going to read and understand today. But before we begin, let's offer our respectful obeisances to the lordships, our gurus, and our senior teachers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapad Kamlam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagarjatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitasya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranmami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Very warm welcome to Bhaktivedanta Manor for Bhagavad-gītā class. This is every day 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. So today we are going to read from chapter 8 named as Attaining the Supreme. And this is the verse 16 which we have just recited the Sanskrit. So before we dive more or understand more about this verse, would someone like to say one of the words which stand out most to you? So any word which, just shout out that you can connect with from the verse. Arjuna, Kanteya, nice. Anything? No? Can't hear you. Okay, never mind. So, this is one of the powerful verses, one of the most important verses of Bhagavad-gītā, which we are reading tonight. So, I'm sure there's, Krishna's plan, Krishna's mercy on all of you, because if you're here, and Krishna is trying to say something to you through this verse. So, so please pay attention. Have you ever wondered, like in Kali Yuga, how Krishna will speak to you, if he wants to speak to you? Have you any thoughts about it? Yeah. Spiritual master, yeah. So there won't be any, thundering, lightning, or, black clouds, or bells would start ringing, or horses, Krishna won't just appear in the sky. So in Kali Yuga, if he wants to speak to you, he'll speak through the verses, or through the devotees, or like you said, Guru Maharaj, your spiritual master, and sometimes through Bhagavad-gītā. Yeah, not sometimes actually, most of the time. So it is said, if you are not sure, if you're confused, and you just before you randomly open Bhagavad-gītā, you meditate and ask Krishna for help. And when you open the verse, it will have your answer to your confusion. So Bhagavad-gītā is so strong. And all the verses of Bhagavad-gītā are strong and powerful. But this is one of the special verses. So let's pay attention to this verse. And just to recap, does anyone know how many chapters in Bhagavad-gītā? 18, yeah? And how many verses in Bhagavad-gītā? 700, well done, yeah. And there are 3 yogas that Krishna talks about in Bhagavad-gītā. Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. So first 6 chapters of Bhagavad-gītā talk about Karma Yoga. Yeah? And the last 6 chapters talk about Jnana Yoga. And the middle 6 chapter, from chapter 7 to chapter 12, talks about Bhakti Yoga. So we are reading from Bhakti Yoga. And if you know, a highly precious jewel placed in a, jewelry box, yeah, how it is kept? So it's right in the middle. Yeah. So same way, Bhakti Yoga is like that precious jewel, which is right in the middle. And I would like to ask you another question, like, has anyone ever felt, ever been like stressed in life? Raise your hand, yeah. Have you ever wondered about future? Yeah. Have you had emotional crisis, lost someone dearly, someone you love, a grandparent? Has someone ever asked, is there more to life? Like, what's next? Yeah? So if these questions resonate with you, then today's verse is for you. Yeah? So we all feel stressed through, because of our exams. If you're a student, your exams, your career, your deadlines, paying bills, how I'm going to meet our finances. So we have anxiety. How I'm going to be, will I have enough money in 5 years? Where will I be in 5 years? How I'm going to keep myself financially stable. And it does happen in life that we lose someone dear to us, like can be a grandparent or parent or a spouse, or painful end of a relationship, yeah, a sudden divorce, or even we lose our job. So that can lead to emotional crisis. And I'm sure there would be, we do resonate that there has to be something more than just work, eat, sleep, repeat, So these are questions, if come to our mind, means there's something which Krishna is trying to tell us, yeah? And so Bhagavad-gītā does not ask us to become someone artificial, but it actually gives us the answer to life's biggest problems. And we also notice that, life is constantly slipping through our fingers. So not just life, actually everything. So our phone gets old, our cars break and rusty, our houses constantly need repairs, jobs, relationships, economies change overnight, politics change overnight. So even our physical bodies change, yeah. So Bhagavad-gītā 2.30 talks about it. 2.13, Dehi no asmin yatha dehe kaumaram yovanam jara tatha dehantar praptir dhiras tatrna muhyati. So which means the body continuously changing. So if you remember your baby picture, like when you were 5 months old, won't match with your latest photo, will it? No. So what does it what does it say? That your body is constantly changing. Yeah? If I ask you to point to your head and say, so what do you say? This is my head. Yeah? This is my shoulder. This is my elbow. This is my face. So where am I? Yeah? Or who am I? So when we say this is my head, I don't say I head, I shoulder, which means this something belongs to me. Yeah, but I am not that. So you are not this body, you are a soul. That person within the body, which remains the same, that what Krishna says is a soul. So, so when someone dies, we say the person is no more. Or he left his body. The person is still there. So who left the body? soul left the body. So which means we are different to this body. Yeah? And the nature of soul is eternal. But the body is temporary because it keeps on changing. Right? And because soul is eternal, it's looking for something eternal. Yeah? So soul is looking for happiness, which is eternal. And the body is temporary, and this material world is temporary. So those who are following Bhagavad-gītā, yesterday we read this verse, Dukhalyam Shashvatam. So the word Dukha means misery, Alyam means place, and Ashashvatam means temporary. So this material world is place of miseries. And when soul is searching for happiness, in this material world, it's looking for the right thing, but at wrong place. So when we get a new phone, new job, new house, or we get into new relation, or even getting a new dress, it excites us. We get so happy, So it's like fish, we're trying to take out of the water and keep it in the sand, to dry, making it comfortable. But do you think fish will be happy outside the water? No, because fish belongs to water, birds belong to sky, and the soul belongs to Krishna in spiritual realm. So when we get a new phone, new job, it excites us, but that's temporary happiness. It's not going to last long. So like, for example, gulab jamun. I love gulab jamun, so that's my example of gulab jamun. So if I eat gulab jamun 4 times a day, or at least 4 gulab jamun 4 times a day, what will happen? Diabetes, health issues. I won't be able to manage. Yeah? So tooth problems. So what does it mean? So gulab jamun might give, pleasure for moments, as long as it's in my mouth. And after that, I'm going to end up having health diseases. So I'm not looking at the whole picture or the full package. So gulab jamun alone comes with health issues. Yeah. So same way, material world, there might be, temporary pleasure, but there's a distress. It's temporary. Everything in the material world is temporary. So like sweetness cannot be separated from the sugar. The quality of soul, quality of soul is Sat Chit Anand, yeah, which cannot be separated. So soul wants to be happy, blissful, eternal, and full of knowledge. And intelligent people knows this, They know the aim of life is not simply seeking after sense gratification, because there's some purpose behind of this human life. Because animals also eat, they also sleep, they also mate, they also defend. So what is the difference between animals and humans? Yeah, this is the consciousness. Because we can think that there is something bigger than this. Why am I here? What is my purpose? Who am I? What is my relationship with the Lord? Problem is we don't explore deeply and we don't ask these questions to ourselves. So Krishna compares this to changing clothes. So like we change clothes every day, the soul puts on these clothes or garments, this body, and keeps on changing. But because soul is eternal, the temporary things cannot satisfy the soul. Yeah? So this verse reveals the most fundamental truth of existence. Everything, Shri Shri Radha Gokulanand ki Jai, Shri Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki Jai, Shri Gaur Nitai ki Jai. So darshan will open in half an hour. So everything within the material universe is temporary, but the living being is eternal. And in the purport, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada explains that in the universe, there are 14 planetary systems. So there are like Atal, Vital, Sutal, Patal, 7 planets which are lower, and Bhuloka, Earth, is right in the middle, and the 6 planets, heavenly planets, are on the top. So like Swargaloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, Brahmaloka. So depending upon your karma, you earn, you get the birth. The lifespan may be different, may be higher in higher planets, but based on your karma, you take the birth. And however, even if you're in heavenly planets, higher planets, the cycle of birth and death never ends. Yeah. And Srila Prabhupada also quotes this verse from Bhagavatam, Padam Padam Yat Viptam. So this material world is every step there is a danger. Yeah. And also our acharyas say, Sansara Davanalli Loka, right? So this material world is like forest fire. Yeah. So like a forest gets fire, so there's a blazing fire, and that's how this material world is. So from highest planet to the lowest, heaven to the hell, this place is misery, full of miseries. So even you earn pious credits, you may go to Swargaloka, but after your pious credits are exhausted, you end up coming back. So you can't break the cycle of birth and death. However, Krishna gives the solution. But before the solution, he also says, material world has an expiry date. So imagine you go to 7-star luxury hotel. Yeah, everything is so beautiful. You have a wonderful ambience. You have a private chef. You have swimming pool. You have a beautiful room, very nice view, grand chandelier. But there's one catch. You have to pack your bags and leave by 6 o'clock in the morning. Would you be able to enjoy? Because they will be always in your mind that I have to leave. That limits our happiness. So same way, this material world is temporary. And if you happen to be in the hotel, you don't like the color of your wallpaper, would you make an effort to change the wallpaper? No, because this is temporary. I'm here only for a night. Yeah. So this material world is temporary. Plus, there are 4 problems in the material world, which is Janam, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. So birth, death, old age, and disease. One cannot free from these 4 problems. No matter if you win a lottery of 100 million pounds, you can become rich, you can become wealthy, but you won't be able to stop these 4 problems. Would you? Can you stop being old, growing old? Can you stop your death? No. So even if you are wealthy, even if you're in, your luxurious apartment, if your life is full of luxuries, still these problems will come to you. And imagine now if there's a ship, which is going to sink. Does it matter if a passenger is sitting in the luxury class or economic class? If the ship is going to sink, will it make any difference? No? So even if you are sitting on the luxury class or economic class, if the ship is going to sink, you can't, this is not the solution. You won't be able to enjoy. The solution is to get off the ship before it sinks. So same way, the solution, Krishna has given. So if you come to my planet, if you surrender unto me, you don't have to take the birth again. So that's what we have read. Yeah, Mam upete tu kaunteya. So he's telling Arjuna, through Arjuna he's telling us, Mam upete, surrender unto me. Punarjanma vidyate. So next birth won't happen. Yeah, you don't have to take birth again if you surrender unto me. So temporary things cannot make us happy. Yeah. So everything changes: body, relationship, career, health, money. But if you attain Krishna's abode, constantly remember him through bhakti yoga, he gives the guarantee. So this is the hope in this verse. So if we want to understand more clearly, let's understand the choices we can make. So on the path of material life, our destination highest is Brahmaloka. Yeah, that's the highest. And in the path of devotional service, the destination is Goloka Vrindavan, which is transcendental, which is eternal. And the result in material path is this punaravartanaha, means you have to take birth and death again and again. Whereas in devotional path, the end result is punarajanma vidyate. There is no rebirth. And the experience in material world is misery, full of misery, and is temporary. Whereas in devotional path, the experience is full of eternity, knowledge, and bliss, because that is our nature, Sat Chit Anand. Yeah. So also means through this, this material world, there are three gunas. I don't know if you know, there are three modes of material nature: mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. So just by practicing devotional service, one can actually come out of these gunas and can go to Krishna's abode. Yeah. And can break all these dangers which in this material world is having. Yeah. So through birth, age, death, disease, we can get freedom if we surrender unto Krishna. So now the question is, choice yours. Would you enjoy a luxury hotel? Or would you like to, where this is my permanent abode? Yeah. So you want to go and stay somewhere temporary, but, very flashy, looking very attractive, or where, this is my permanent place. This is where I belong to. So this is our choice. So in Krishna's world, there is no death, no old age, no anxiety, no separation. There is a real happiness, real relationships, and real love. And if you know, all of us, I'm sure, must be aware with this surveillance cameras. We have these cameras. We 24/7 we monitor CCTV. Homes, offices, shops, businesses, to protect. Yeah, protect from thieves. What about our own consciousness? Do we think about that? How do we protect our consciousness? So, Srila Prabhupada has given us 4 regulative principles. So these regulative principles guard us, like CCTV, 24/7, if we follow them. So you go to a doctor for treatment. He will give you some prescriptions. So some medicines you have to take and some things you have to avoid. Same way, when you start practicing, when you want to surrender to Krishna, Srila Prabhupada has told us there are 4 regulative principles which you need to follow. And they are no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, and no intoxication. So 4 regulative principles, these are don'ts which you don't have to do. And there are 4 do's, A, B, C, D, which we can do. So the first one is association of devotees. So it is said, your average of 5 people you associate with. Yeah. You must have heard, I'm sure, birds of feather flock together. Yeah. So your association has a huge impact on you. What kind of people you associate with. If you're serious, if you want to progress in spirituality, you have to take association of devotees. Yeah. And it's not just our own Sanatan Dharma, but all Dharma throughout. They have, there's a verdict of all the scriptures, all the dharmas, that the association of devotee is really important if you are serious on the path of spirituality. So even by a moment's association with a pure devotee, one can attain all success in spiritual life. So, like you can see, example of Srila Prabhupada. Where are we in Bhakti Vedanta manner? How did it happen? It happened because of his association. He decided to come to West. And just by his association, we are on the path of spirituality. We are on the path of Krishna consciousness. Today we are reading and discussing Bhagavad-gītā. Otherwise, God knows what we would have been doing if he wouldn't have been here. So this is the association of devotees, so powerful. So devotees guide us, inspire us, support us throughout our spiritual journey. And then B stands for books. So we know Bhagavad-gītā as it is, So Bhagavad-gītā as it is not specific for one religion or one country. It's for all human, no matter what caste, what color, what country you belong to, So it has, like we need a manual for washing machine or gadgets or, any devices. So the manual for human body is Bhagavad-gītā as it is. And scientific reasoning there, and this is full of logic. Because Arjuna is asking questions and Krishna is giving answers. So it's not just blind faith, but based on scientific and reasoning. Yesterday, I was reading this article of a devotee, which actually touched my heart. So I thought maybe I'll share a few lines from the article. So this Prabhuji, he was a software professional, very good career-wise. Just at age of 25, he left his job and he moved to temple. And like all other parents, parents got confused. What's wrong with our son? Why is he doing that? So young and so intelligent and just moving to temple. So they went to astrologer. An astrologer told them, after looking his birth chart, so we don't know whether his prediction was right or wrong, but he just shared. So I'm going to tell you. So he said, in his past life, he was on this path of spirituality. He used to travel to Badrinath. Throughout his life, he traveled all pilgrimages. So he was doing yatras, dham yatra. And somehow he couldn't finish his journey. So now he's continuing his journey from this life onwards. So if those who know Bhagavad-gītā, they know Bhagavad-gītā 2.40. Neha vikram nashosti pratyavayana vidyate swalpamapasya dharmasya trayate mahatovyat. So if you start from 0 in this life and somehow if you end up doing just 10 in this life, the next life, it doesn't go to 0. You start again from 10, and continue. So like our material wealth, benefits, whatever we accumulate in this life, it goes back to 0. Next life, you start again. But on spiritual wealth, spiritual credits never go to 0. So you continue from where you left. So because this Prabhu, he couldn't finish his journey last life, so this life, he's on this path of spirituality. He's in Hare Krishna movement, and he won't come back to home. And this Prabhu then said, his desire was to, in previous life was to do yatra. But in this life, he doesn't have any desire anymore because he's reading Srila Prabhupada's books. So those 4 books, he reads every day is like Char Dham to him. So every single day, he's reading Bhagavad-gītā as it is, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrit, and Nectar of Devotion. Because he says these books written by Srila Prabhupada are like oceans. They're so deep that it can take lifetime to go to such depth, to change our attitude, to be able to find such jewels, lying in the ocean. So So he's saying, this life, I don't need to do those yatra, Char Dham yatra. For me, Char Dham is reading these 4 books every single day. So that touched my heart. I thought I'll share with you is how beautiful one's experience is just by reading these books. It can actually change our life. And, we have examples here anyway. So if you haven't started reading Bhagavad-gītā, I strongly encourage you to please take Bhagavad-gītā, come to the manor, read with devotees, and you will see how your life changes for good. Yeah? And so this was B. Now we come to C. C stands for chanting. So if you know, we all of those who are in Hare Krishna movement, they chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this is the Maha Mantra, which is prescribed for Kali Yuga, because we are in the age of Kali, dark age. So there's only the remedy given in Kali Yuga is Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam ev kevalam, Kalau nasti gatir anyatha. So there is no other way in Kali Yuga other than chanting the names of the Lord. Hari's name, right? So that's why we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So in Kali Yuga, if you do some other activities, you can do pious activities like donate in education, donate in, do charity for hospitals. That's good. But that's gonna make you go to heaven and come back again, because the spiritual credits, they're pious credits. So when they're exhausted, you have to come back again. But when we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, this is spiritual credit, right? We go back to Krishna. That's what Krishna says. And this is for diet, prasadam, so sanctified food. So whatever we offer to Krishna first, a sattvic food, free from no onion, garlic, etc., etc. So we offer without tasting in Krishna's own utensils. We don't use our own utensils, basically. And we offer prasad to Krishna, and then once it's sanctified, then we accept it. So these are simple steps which Srila Prabhupada has mentioned. A, B, C, D, association. B is for books. C is for chanting. D is for diet. Yeah, prasadam. So if we follow these 4 steps, we can actually practice bhakti yoga. That's what Krishna says. So hear the names and pastimes of Krishna, chant his names, remember Krishna through his pastimes, serve the devotees, serve the deities, and read Bhagavad-gītā. We're also having Bhadra Purnima coming up. So we have Srimad Bhagavatam campaign. So if you have already Srimad Bhagavatam, if you don't have, please take a copy of Srimad Bhagavatam. It's Krishna himself in the form of books. And if you have copies of Srimad Bhagavatam, please do contribute and donate so that we can place them in hospitals or prisons, or actually you can gift to people you really care about. So giving Krishna to others, Krishna will bestow unlimited mercy on you. So 3 takeaways from this verse. First is, everything in the material world is temporary. Second is, I'm not this body, I'm this soul. Yeah. And third is, Krishna offers a permanent home. Mam upette tu kaunteya. So Krishna is giving invitation, open invitation, come to me. Yeah. So being humans, we have to use our intelligence, a choice which we have to make. Either we continue seeking temporary happiness in this world of repetition and limitation, or we redirect our life towards the eternal reality where true fulfillment exists. Yeah. And before ending the class, I would like you to do an exercise. Close your eyes for 30 seconds and ask yourself quietly these questions. What are you spending your life chasing? Will it stay forever? If not, what truly your heart desires? Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Divine Grace, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Grantharaj Sri Bhagavad-gītā ki Jai. So 7 o'clock we'll have Sandhya Aarti. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
हाँ हाँ આ તો હું તો ખાલી સેટ કરું છું. ઉપરથી જે નીચે છે હા પ્રભુ yeah coming.
Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavangscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathannitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Sri Visakhanitam Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare Krishna. We're going to start the Aarti very soon at 7 o'clock. So can I request everyone to stand up so that we'll be starting very soon now. श्री श्री राधा गोकुल नंद की, सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की, गौर निताय की। Hare Krishna. We'll start the Gaur Aarti now. The words are on the top right hand side on the screen. So I'll sing the stanza first and then people can follow. Hare Krishna. कि बजयो जयो गोरा चांदे रे आरती को शोभा कि बजयो जयो गोरा चांदे रे आरती को शोभा जानवीता तावाने जग मन लोभा जानवीता तावाने जग मन लोभा दाखीन नेताय चान हमें गदाधारा दाखीन नेताय चान हमें गदाधारा काते अद्वैता श्रीनि वासा चत्रधारा काते अद्वैता श्रीनि वासा चत्रधारा Jate Gaura Chan Atna Dimbatane Jate Gaura Chan Atna Dimbatane Dhananjaya Mukunda Vasu Gosadigaya Shankha Baje Ganta Baje Baje Karatala Shankha Baje Ganta Baje Baje Karatala Madhura Mridanga Bhaje Paramaratala Madhura Mridanga Bhaje Paramaratala Baje Ghanta Baje Madhur 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 Baje Ghanta Baje Ghanta Baje Madhur 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 Baje Madhur 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 Baje Madhur 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 Baje Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Bahu Koti Cha